Shalom. I want to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Kol Halo Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. I just kind of want to point out the obvious. Like, they're talking about North Korea peace and all that. That's not going to happen. You think that escaped the United States of America's mind that, that they do hacking, that they operate on the black market? Even when they're doing their nuclear program, China was still funding them fuel so they could continue with their nuclear program. I mean, it makes no sense. Everything in alternative news is contrary to what's said in the mainstream media. Anyways, I'm going to read this article. Trump says will not comment on using military force in Iran. Washington, U.S. President Donald Trump said in a joint press briefing with German Chancellor Angela Merkel on Friday that he would not comment on using military force in Iran. I don't talk about whether or not I'd use military force. It's not appropriate to be talking about, Trump said. However, Trump added that Iran will not be doing nuclear weapons and that you can bank on it. All right. Just September, they were doing ballistic missile testings. All right. Years ago, they were talking about CNN, 2016, 2015. Iran has enriched uranium that's weapons grade. It's just ridiculous what they say on the mainstream media. The Iran nuclear agreement, formerly known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, is not sufficient enough to deter Tehran's destabilizing activities in the Middle East, German Chancellor Angela Merkel said during the joint press conference. Just like United States funding terrorism, United Kingdom funding terrorism, with Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Israel in bed with them, with their approval, toppling governments, creating uptick in terrorism. Iran, it's a regional thing with them. Terrorism is a problem for them because it's their region. They're the main stabilizing force. All right. We have the opinion that the JCPOA is a first step that has contributed to slowing down their activities in this particular respect to also establishing a better monitoring process. But we also think from a turning point perspective that this is not sufficient in order to see to it that Iran's ambitions are contained, Merkel said. The only people that need to be contained is NATO, Donald Trump. Well, not Donald Trump. He's actually controlled by the military-industrial complex, but basically the West, United States of America, UK, France, Israel, and Saudi Arabia. German Chancellor pointed out it's most important to acknowledge that Iran is trying to exert a geopolitical influence in Syria, Lebanon, and Iraq. Again, Iran was invited there legally by a legal established government, Syria. Russia as well. It's a regional problem with them. Terrorism is a result of the choice of the United States, Saudi Arabia, Benjamin Netanyahu, and the United Kingdom. In addition, Europe and the United States should work closely to bring a solution to the situation in Syria, Merkel said. Trump and Merkel discussed Iran, 2015 Iran nuclear agreement, also known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, during their meetings. Trump has repeatedly criticized the nuclear agreement, which limited Iran's nuclear research in return for sanctions relief, has threatened to withdraw the United States from the deal if it is not modified. In January, Trump asked Congress to address flaws in the agreement. The United States is expected to announce whether it will extend sanctions waivers for Iran on May 12th. All right, I just read our article. They already have nuclear weapon capabilities, all right? When Bill Clinton made the North Korea deal, nuclear deal with North Korea, what happened? North Korea got nuclear weapon capabilities. And by the way, North Korea knows how to make nuclear weapons. They still operate on the black market. They still hack the West and other countries. You think that escaped Americans' mind? That seriously, the world leaders, they're that stupid? China was still giving them fuel during their ICBM missile tests. China was still giving them fuel for that. That's just brush under the rug. Nah, it makes no sense. Okay, concerning the deal, all right, EU's appeasement of Trump will make JCPOA impotent, Iranian official. Senior Iranian official says the 2015 nuclear agreement should be honored in its current form. all right, without any additions or anything like that or any changes, adding that the Islamic Republic will not accept a deal that harms the country. Ali Akbar Velayati, senior advisor to the leader of the Islamic Revolution, Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei, on international affairs, said on Thursday that Iran will surely withdraw from the multilateral accord should the United States pull out of it. The Americans' attempt to violate the JCPOA, it is not clear whether the Islamic Republic will remain committed to its obligations, and if they exit, Iran will definitely leave it too, he said, using an acronym for the nuclear agreement known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. Velayati said if the European countries question the solidity of the JCPOA, they question the solidity and reinstate sanctions against Iran, which were lifted under the nuclear pact, they will make the deal ineffective as far as Iran's interests are concerned. He also emphasized that the agreement should be implemented in its written form, because otherwise Tehran will be entitled to retaliate. Okay, they're not keeping to their end of the bargain. They don't have to agree or keep to their end of the bargain. Velayati said it would still be unacceptable for Iran if U.S. President Donald Trump stuck to the deal at the cost of keeping sanctions in place, as demanded by the Europeans. This appeasement to Trump will practically make the JCPOA impotent, and Iran will not accept a JCPOA that is to its detriment, Velayati said. He also defended Iran's illegitimate presence in the region, saying every country has the right to be present in its own region, and the Western Asia is our region. Trump has been vociferous critic of the Iran nuclear agreement, which was negotiated under his predecessor Barack Obama. He also called the agreement the worst deal ever and even threatened to tear it up. Back in January, Trump said he was extending the sanctions relief on Iran for the last time, giving the European signatories a May 12th deadline to fix what he claimed flaws in the agreement, or he would refuse to waive those bans. Iran insists there is no way it will renegotiate the nuclear pact, which was endorsed by UN Security Council resolution. All right. Again, Bill Clinton, when he made the nuclear agreement with North Korea, what happened? North Korea got nuclear weapons. Okay. Barack Obama made a nuclear agreement with Iran. Iran already has ICBM missiles, and they're already weapons grade. They have enriched uranium, excuse me. So it's all it's going down, man. All right. And again, the West, Angela Merkel and Donald Trump, they're still questioning, Iran's influence. Iran ain't doing jack. It's their region. They have the right to defend themselves. They have a right to be in Syria. They are invited by the government, period. All right, so again, we're in the midst of World War III. World War III is happening right now. Ultimately, the United States of America will be destroyed via nuclear weapons. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, and enlargeth his desire as Sheol, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Babylon the Great, the United States of America. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him? Say, woe. Woe means destruction to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. There's French special forces sent into Syria right now at a U.S. base. They're not invited. The both attacks on Syria were illegal and war crimes. And anyways, continuing. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? Thou shalt be for booties unto them. Either way, the deal's bad as is. But either way, it's all going down. So we're in the midst of World War III. It's certain that America will be at war with Russia. We're in the midst of World War III right now. It's happening. So with that, I'm going to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Call Hello Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Double Honors Apostle Elders of Great Millstone, who are the holy apostles prophets mentioned in the book of Revelation, and bless the Akim that are pushing word in true sincerity. To all you men of Great Millstone, I say Barakatam, Bahasham Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Waha, Racha, Kudash, and Shalom. Again, Iran vowed consequences if they changed or altered the current deal that was signed upon by 7 signatories. So it's already fallen apart. Shalom.